Have you ever wondered what truly makes someone irresistible? Is it their looks, their charm, or something deeper that captures attention and leaves a lasting impression? What if I told you that the secret to becoming undeniably attractive lies in a combination of simple yet powerful traits that anyone can cultivate? Imagine walking into a room and having all eyes on you, not because of flashy clothes or loud words, but because of an energy so magnetic that people can't help but be drawn to you. Wouldn't you want to learn how to harness that kind of power? But here's the catch. It's not about being perfect. It's about understanding and embracing the qualities that make you stand out in a crowd. Do you know what these qualities are? Or have you been chasing the wrong things, trying to impress people in ways that don't even matter? What if I told you that by making a few key changes, you could transform not only the way others see you, but also the way you see yourself? And the best part? These changes don't require you to pretend to be someone you're not. In fact, they're all about unlocking the best version of you. Stick around, because in this video, I'm going to reveal 7 proven traits that will make you magnetic, confident, and unforgettable. Whether you want to stand out in your career, build stronger relationships, or simply feel amazing in your own skin, these tips will change the game for you. And trust me, the last one will surprise you. It's something most people overlook, yet it can completely elevate your presence. So, are you ready to discover the secrets to becoming the kind of person everyone wants to be around? Let's dive in and transform the way you attract and connect with the world around you. Don't skip a second, because every point we're about to discuss builds on the last. And by the end, you'll have the ultimate blueprint for unstoppable attraction. 1. Play it cool. Embrace emotional detachment. Emotional detachment isn't about shutting yourself off or being indifferent. It's about prioritizing your inner peace above external chaos. Imagine standing atop a towering cliff, watching the winds whip through the valley below. You are the cliff, unshaken, grounded, and immovable. The wind represents external circumstances, often unpredictable and beyond your control. When you master emotional detachment, you embody the stability and resilience of that cliff. The heart of emotional detachment lies in understanding that you can care deeply without letting external situations dictate your inner calm. It's about focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, reactions, and self-worth, while letting go of the uncontrollable. This mindset doesn't make you cold. Instead, it makes you powerful. You become like a roaring fire that illuminates and draws people in, not because you beg for attention, but because your strength commands it. Here's why this works. When you're overly attached to outcomes or people's opinions, you inadvertently give them power over you. This dependency creates a sense of desperation that repels rather than attracts. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." Emotional detachment is about reclaiming that freedom. You stop being enslaved by the approval of others and begin living a life that is centered on your values and goals. Think of a priceless sculpture displayed in a serene gallery. It doesn't clamor for attention. It simply exists in its grandeur, and people are drawn to its quiet magnificence. When you embody this mindset, you communicate to the world that you don't need others to feel whole. You are already complete. This confidence is magnetic. But you might wonder, if I pull back, won't they forget about me? The truth is, when you stop chasing, you allow others to see your value clearly. It shifts the dynamic. People are naturally intrigued by someone who stands firm in their independence. Someone who doesn't seek validation, but lives authentically. You become like a steady river, flowing with purpose and direction, attracting those who respect your strength. In practicing emotional detachment, affirm to yourself, "I control my emotions and am not dependent on others for my peace." This isn't about distancing yourself from people, but about creating boundaries that protect your mental and emotional well-being. By doing so, you'll exude a quiet confidence that others find irresistible, drawing them closer to you. 2. Be the hard-to-catch fish. Don't always be available. Availability can be a double-edged sword. While it's natural to want to show you care, being constantly accessible can diminish your perceived value. Think about it. What do people appreciate more? A rare, high-end experience, or something they can get anywhere, anytime? The answer lies in scarcity. The allure of something rare and hard to obtain automatically elevates its worth. If you're always available, always quick to respond, and always willing to drop everything, you risk becoming taken for granted. Constant availability sends an unspoken message that your time isn't valuable. It can even come across as needy or desperate, which isn't the impression you want to leave. Instead, being less available creates an air of mystery and intrigue. You become someone worth pursuing because your time and attention feel like a privilege, not an entitlement. Picture a rare bird in the wild. People go to great lengths to catch a glimpse of it, not because it's flashy, but because it's elusive. That rarity makes it special. Similarly, when you guard your time and energy, you position yourself as a high-value individual. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." If your every thought revolves around someone else, you lose the essence of who you are. This doesn't mean ignoring people or playing hard to get. It's about setting boundaries. When you prioritize your passions, goals, and responsibilities, you naturally become less available, and this scarcity heightens your value. It sends a clear message. You have a life outside of them, and anyone who wants to be part of it must respect and value your time. Imagine a top-tier restaurant with limited seating and specific hours. People line up to experience its excellence because they know it's not available all the time. The restaurant doesn't chase customers. Its exclusivity draws them in. You should adopt a similar mindset. By not being perpetually available, you encourage others to appreciate the moments they have with you. This shift might feel counterintuitive at first. You might worry that by pulling back, people will lose interest. However, the opposite is true. When you create space, you allow others to miss you, to see your worth, and to realize that your attention isn't something they can take lightly. Affirm to yourself, "I am worth the wait." Write it down, say it aloud, and let it shape how you present yourself to the world. When you embrace this principle, you won't have to chase anyone, they'll chase you. 3. Hold the line, set high standards, and stick to them. Your standards are a reflection of how much you value yourself. When you lower them to accommodate others, you're essentially telling the world that your worth is negotiable. This mindset not only diminishes your self-esteem, but also invites others to treat you in ways that fall short of what you deserve. Holding the line means setting boundaries and sticking to them, regardless of external pressures. Imagine walking into a luxury store. The prices are high, the quality is unmatched, and the store doesn't offer discounts to make its products more accessible. Why? Because the brand knows its worth. If someone wants that level of quality, they'll pay the price. The same principle applies to your personal standards. If you don't demand respect, effort, or sincerity, you won't receive them. Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." This wisdom reminds us to act in alignment with our values. When you compromise your standards, you betray yourself, and this internal conflict can lead to resentment and dissatisfaction. On the flip side, when you hold firm, you attract people who respect and admire you for who you are. It's not about being inflexible or difficult. It's about knowing what you bring to the table and refusing to settle for less. People will test your boundaries. It's human nature. But when you stand your ground, you show them that you are serious about how you expect to be treated. This consistency builds respect and admiration. Picture your standards as the walls of a fortress. They protect your peace, self-respect, and happiness. If you allow anyone to breach those walls, you compromise the integrity of the fortress. By holding the line, you ensure that only those who truly value you gain entry into your life. This approach might require you to let go of people who aren't willing to meet your standards, and that's okay. It's better to have fewer genuine connections than to surround yourself with people who don't respect your worth. Affirm to yourself, "I am worth the best." Let this mantra guide you in every interaction, reminding you that your time, energy, and love are treasures to be earned, not freely given. 4. March to your own beat. Prioritize your goals and passions. Living authentically means pursuing your goals and passions with relentless focus, regardless of what others think. It's about being the untamed stallion galloping through open fields, free, determined, and unstoppable. When you march to your own beat, you send a powerful message. Your life doesn't revolve around anyone else's expectations. Instead, you are driven by your own purpose. People are naturally drawn to those who have a sense of direction. Think of someone pursuing their dreams with unshakable determination. They radiate an energy that is both inspiring and magnetic. This isn't because they seek validation. It's because they've found fulfillment in their own journey. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Every moment spent chasing someone else's approval is a moment lost on building your own legacy. When you prioritize your passions, you create a life that is full and vibrant. This fullness is incredibly attractive because it shows that you don't need external validation to feel complete. You're like a quiet yet captivating forest in the middle of a noisy city. People are drawn to you not because you demand attention, but because your authenticity speaks louder than words. To embody this principle, focus on what truly matters to you. Set goals that excite you, pursue hobbies that fulfill you, and build a life that reflects your values. When you do this, you stop worrying about whether others are keeping up or approving of your choices. Instead, you become a beacon of confidence and inspiration. Affirm to yourself, "I march to my own beat and live my life with purpose." This mindset will transform how others perceive you. You won't need to chase anyone's attention. They'll be drawn to you naturally because of the passion and authenticity you exude. 5. Confidence is your superpower. Believe in your worth. Confidence isn't about being the loudest or the most flamboyant person in the room. It's a quiet, unshakable belief in your own worth and abilities. When you radiate confidence, you tell the world you know your value, and that's an incredibly attractive trait. Confidence doesn't just catch attention, it commands respect. Think of a lion walking through the savannah. It doesn't roar to prove it's the king of the jungle. Its mere presence exudes power and grace. Similarly, confidence isn't about arrogance or overcompensation. It's about being at peace with who you are and what you bring to the table. As Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." Building confidence starts within. Focus on your strengths and accomplishments, and take time to recognize what makes you unique. Stop comparing yourself to others, as comparison is the thief of joy. Instead, embrace your individuality, knowing that you have something special to offer that no one else can replicate. This mindset will not only boost your self-esteem but also make you magnetic to others. 6. Build the mystery. Keep people guessing. In a world where people often overshare, mystery is a rare and captivating quality. When you keep a part of yourself hidden, you create intrigue, which naturally draws people toward you. Think of a novel that reveals its secrets slowly, keeping you hooked from start to finish. You want to be that novel, the one people can't put down because they're dying to know more. Being mysterious doesn't mean being secretive or evasive. It's about not laying all your cards on the table. Let people uncover layers of your personality over time. Share enough to pique their interest, but leave them wanting more. This approach keeps interactions exciting and dynamic, as people will be curious to explore the depths of who you are. One way to cultivate mystery is by controlling how much you share about your life. Avoid the temptation to explain yourself fully or reveal your every thought. Instead, let your actions and choices speak for you. Engage in meaningful conversations, but don't feel the need to dominate them. Be an active listener, showing genuine interest in others while revealing only what you're comfortable with. Additionally, maintain a life outside of your relationships. Pursue hobbies, interests, and goals that don't involve those around you. When you have passions and ambitions that are uniquely your own, you create an air of independence that others find irresistible. Affirm to yourself, "I am an intriguing mystery, and my essence unfolds in layers." By embracing this mindset, you become someone people can't help but be drawn to, someone they want to figure out and be around. 7. Master the art of patience. Let time work in your favor. Patience is a virtue for a reason. It's a powerful tool in building connections and achieving goals. In today's fast-paced world, patience is rare, and those who practice it stand out. When it comes to relationships or personal growth, rushing can often lead to mistakes or burnout. By slowing down, you give yourself the time to make thoughtful decisions and allow things to unfold naturally. Think of planting a seed. You can't force it to grow overnight by pulling at its leaves. It needs time, sunlight, water, and care to flourish into a strong and healthy plant. Similarly, meaningful relationships and personal growth take time. When you're patient, you show others that you're confident enough to wait for what's worth it. Practicing patience also means resisting the urge to overthink or overreact. If someone doesn't respond immediately or things don't go as planned, avoid jumping to conclusions. Instead, focus on your own life and let time reveal the answers. Patience communicates self-assurance. You trust that what's meant for you will come in its own time. Patience also applies to personal progress. Whether you're pursuing a career goal, developing a skill, or building confidence, understand that real growth is gradual. Celebrate small victories along the way, knowing they're stepping stones to larger achievements. Affirm to yourself, "I trust the timing of my life and remain calm in the face of uncertainty." By mastering patience, you'll exude an aura of calm confidence, making you even more attractive to those around you. At the end of the day, you are your greatest asset. When you prioritize your well-being, exude confidence, and stay true to your values, you naturally draw others toward you. Remember, attraction isn't about chasing, it's about becoming someone worth pursuing. So, embrace your uniqueness, stand firm in your standards, and let your passion for life shine. Let others see you as a rare gem, not because you're trying to prove anything, but because you're unapologetically yourself. In doing so, you'll create a life where you don't need to chase anyone's attention. They'll be chasing you. Now go out there and be the person who lights up every room with their presence. Your worth is undeniable, your confidence is magnetic, and your journey is yours to own. Remember, you are the prize. Never settle for anything less than what you deserve. Keep shining and let the world marvel at your brilliance.